Takbir. Assalamu alaikum. That is, peace be unto you. Thank you, Imam Omar Shaheed. I begin with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. That is, in the name of God, the gracious, the compassionate. We pray His blessings, the promise upon Muhammad the Prophet, upon his descendants, his companions, the Muslims, the righteous all. Ameen. And upon us here be peace. Also, I would like to, at this time, to express my appreciation for the opportunity to address you here in Atlanta, Georgia, at this convention center. I was surprised to see the great numbers here. I didn't expect this large a gathering. I heard of the business workshops that were planned in good time to be I would say, knowledgeable of what would occur here today. And also, I was aware of the support from distinguished business brothers and sisters in this area that I've come to appreciate and admire very much here after hearing of their patience and hard work, and now the progress that they are realizing. I don't want to name any of them, but we're very happy with the fine persons and progress that you are making in the way of business in Atlanta, Georgia, and the area here. We pray Allah's blessings be upon your efforts and that you will enjoy constant growth and increase in business that will be a blessing and a great help not only to the Muslims, your families and the Muslims, but also to the people of Atlanta and elsewhere. Because anywhere we have progress and good works and progress, it benefits all. I don't want to alarm anybody or to make people think that the situation is worse now than it has been. But there are some concerns that, when brought before us and we recognize them, makes possible better performance on the part of all of us that want to better our condition. I believe that when we look at the immediate time that we are aware of, the last maybe 5 years or so, when we look at that time period, I would say that we're doing better. And I'm talking firstly of the Muslim community, the Muslims. But I am also including the non-Muslims too, of the African American people and struggling masses, striving, hard-working masses, or neglected masses in this country. I recall being very much aware of the mood in this country, the trend, the spiritual trend, the direction that we were headed in, spiritually 10 years ago, 7, 8 years ago, and it was frightening. It was frightening to see so many people happily going to hell. But in the last, I would say, 3, 4, even 5 years, I've seen a change. I've seen more serious people making themselves known, making their position known, making their commitment known, that they're on the side of health, morality, strong families, aggressive communities. And that has been very refreshing for me, because I was very upset to see the mass spirit of the American masses just going happily down the road to hell. It hasn't been all, I would say, change for the better, because we know that the abuse of life, family abuse, teenage pregnancy, crime, especially drug abuse, has been on the rise, and it's still on the rise. So it's not all progress. There are some very sad things that we have to look at too. But once a people's spirit changes, there's hope for them. And I believe that America, especially African America, Black America, is in a better situation now than it was 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago or more. It's in a much better situation. But there's much yet to be done, and many of us, we fail to see the value, the benefit of moral preaching. We don't see much in an effort to raise or to awaken the conscience of people. We rather give our attention and our support to political movements or economic movements. But what we need more than anything else as a people, and it's not only us now, we can include the poor masses of America. We're all in the same situation. But I'm mainly addressing the African American situation because there are more of us and more of us dependent on outside circumstances for our tomorrow, for our life supports. Whereas many of the Hispanic and other ethnic groups in this country, where poverty exists for them just as it exists for us, have a determination to manage their life, to better their financial situation, even if it means suffering for a long time, putting out a lot of energy to get little. And that's something that we still have to develop in the striving poor and the neglected poor of the African American man. I believe that I can best help by sharing with you the information, the observations that seems most important to me in offering some answer or pointing some way to a better life. And I believe that success and failure for people in America depends most of all on their awareness of the condition or the situation for them in America. I don't think that African American people are aware of reality for them as citizens of America. And it's because we have had to give our mind and spirit, soul to freedom struggle, civil rights, to defending our equal human worth in a land that once enslaved us, segregated us, brutalized us, rejected us, etc. And even now, when the land and the law has changed, we still spend too much energy on race issue. So it's because of that past conditioning and past necessity and conditioning in our life that we even now cannot put ourselves in a situation to take advantage of opportunity in America. There's always opportunity in America. Wherever there is freedom, there's always opportunity. And all of us are free to go out of our homes, to seek employment, to sit in our homes and think our way out of our situations, to go outside and try to start a business or start a movement. We're free to do those things. But there is little spirit in the public, the poor public of America, for anything other than immediate pleasures. Most of us, we're taken away from the serious concerns by an invitation to have immediate pleasure. It can be a party, it can be a dance, it can be a celebration, but whatever it is, most of our people tend to rush to it if it offers immediate pleasure.